Hello and welcome to Make It Make Sense with Auntie. I am Auntie, and we want to welcome you and thank you for tuning in today. I know it's real cold outside here, and we're in Florida, so I know it's probably people bundled inside. If you're on the roads, I want you to be safe, be careful, especially if you're traveling, um, because it's cold. Like it really is cold. It's cold in Florida. Like I think it said it's like 40 something, but we was just talking about it's gonna be in the 30s in the morning when I go to work. Baby, it's in we in Florida. So I don't know how y'all doing out. Look at me. I don't know how y'all doing out there. How y'all? What's the temperatures where y'all at? We know where you at, show at. But while y'all doing that, we're gonna go ahead and show out what you got going on.
Well, ain't much, just working on t-shirts, trying to get this business started. I want to, send couple shout out to a couple of people that that y'all might not know, but I've been in a rough week, and a couple of people, friends of mine, father passed away the other day, so I want to send my condolences out to him and everything. I told him to watch the show today and everything, so my condolences out to him. But other than that, hey, I'm trying to stay warm, just like you're trying to stay warm. This weather is not great. It's not great. You know, we around here freezing. You got to watch the. I think we gonna get snow. If it keep getting colder, I think we're gonna get snow in time. What y'all say?
Well, I don't know about snow, but Walter, listen, I understand we don't have snow here. Mute your mic. We don't have snow here, but I know there are parts of Florida that are getting. There are parts of Florida that are getting. There are receiving snow right there. I know I got a phone call from Tallahassee that they have snow um going on up there right now. So it's always been I've always wanted to see snow, but the closer and closer I get to snow, it seems like that's an for Auntie. Like I know when I came to Georgia, that's a different kind of cold. I love you, DC. Like I love my sister. I seen that she was up there enjoying her first time experiencing snow. So yeah, I actually want to see it, but then again, um Walter saying moved down here for this shit. I'm from Buffalo. Listen, Walter, you know what? I met a lady yesterday that told me that she was like, she from Rhode Island and she was down here in Florida. She was like, this ain't cold, but you know what I'm saying, to be experiencing that in Florida. But we all know something got to be going on because we getting snow in places that ain't never seen snow or haven't seen snow in a long time. So we know that, like, I don't know what's going on, but something going on because it's very cold outside. I do remember back in the days, like I was just explaining in Florida, that it would drop down to like the -13. I do remember that. I remember that in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I remember that in the late 80s, early 90s, because we was living. You know what I'm saying? I remember we was living in North Florida area because I remember my grandma having to bundle us up. You know what I'm saying? And the temperature going on, and yes, we were still at school. They bundled our asses up and sent us right on our way, walking down that street, told us to stay close in the circle while we was walking. Don't nobody separate. Keep warm, get to school. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But yeah, times have changed. Um, it's a lot going on this week. Let's see what it says. Anita, we are here in Clearwater and we have snow, but not much. But these temps are crazy. We have been inside for 2 days. Clearwater, Florida? Or Clearwater somewhere else? Cause I might no, I ain't. Cause that's across that water. Listen, we don't know now. Wait a minute, Clearwater seen some snow. It's possible though, because I remember we seen it back in the 80s. Um, the weather is crazy. It's crazy. It's doing some crazy stuff. But I have been looking at a couple of things because it's a lot of stuff going on. Auntie be working, so I did say I do have a couple of different topics I was going to touch on. Oh, Oh wow, man! I did not know that, but thank you for tuning in. Anita from Clearwater, right over here across the bridge from us. Yes, ma'am. Florida is in the house. Oh, that's what's up. But I didn't know it was snowing over there. I've been too stuck on this temperature over here outside this door because as y'all see me keep looking back because it's raining, but it looked like a little mist. And the man just went on the news and told us it's not snow. It just looked like snow. But it do. It really, really does. Um, Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's been one of those weeks like it's been cold, very, very cold. As we all know, I do work out in the I work in the food industry. So I tell my employees all the time when it comes to situations or certain things that I will touch on those topics because those topics are things that can be addressed. I think Agent Orange is messing with that weather satellite, trying to get the immigrants. Listen, you know what? At this point, anything is possible. I'm gonna leave that alone. I was just having a conversation. I said I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave me alone, Walter. I ain't finna go there. And I'm not finna do that with them people tonight. They got too much going on. There's too many people disappearing. I'm good right now. I'm gonna I'm gonna just I'm gonna leave that where that's at. But yeah, so I did tell a couple of my employees that I was gonna address a couple of things, and some parents. So this is something that goes out to all the parents. If you have children that are job age, preparing to get ready to go to jobs. If it's something that you got, what I'm saying, if you have younger kids, even not even just younger kids, it's some of my adults, because some of y'all act like y'all don't have home training, y'all don't know no better when y'all go to work. If there are certain things that are to be expected when you go into a workplace. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get me wrong, because these days I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to go to work. But I did say I want to address a couple of things when it goes back and forth. First of all, I need people to remember that when you enter in some of these establishments that y'all are entering into, those are people, children that work behind those counters. And whether y'all think, 18, 19, 20 years old, they grown, okay, grown, whatever, them still somebody kids. And I have, I done worked in a couple of industries. Now, don't get me wrong, because I done got into it with some children before. I literally have. I'm not going to take that from it, but I learned from that experience then. And that's why I'm able to address it and say something about it. When we go to work and you send your kids to work, I need this to be understood because it seems to be lacking across the board when it goes out. Parents, I understand we tell our kids all the time, you need to get a job, you need to get your own money, you need to do this, you need to do that. But sending a child into a workspace without the proper tools, y'all doing a bunch of disservices to your children. It's a couple of things that I'm going to address up here. Some of y'all want to hear it. Some of y'all guilty of doing it. I've done it in the past. I learned from it again. I work in the industry. When we send our children into the workspace, and this goes for everybody. This is not a race topic. This goes for everybody. So don't nobody get to pull the race card because again, I work in the industry and I have been doing it for many, many years. I have seen so many children come into a workspace and the lack of knowledge that they have of how to act or be or how they are supposed to act when they go into an establishment. And I see it with adults too, because again, I was one of those adults when I was young. When we send our kids to work, and this goes for any of them, we need to remember, first of all, that when they go to the job, you need to treat their job just like you treat your job. Well, some of y'all know, don't treat them like that because we know how some of y'all feel about y'all jobs. But when we send our kids out, it's so many children that I have conversations with on a day-to-day basis that I work with that have been put at such a disservice because of their parents. I have been in establishments where the going to their job to ask for free food, to do stuff like that, or to come and cause a scene on that child's job. How do you think that's benefiting that child at any point? Like, how do you think that is something that is going to benefit your child when your child gets fired and that's on their record now because they're stealing from their job? Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Or when, and I'm going to address this because I'm going to try to address this part of it towards the end. No, I'm going to address it now. Because it's probably going to take me off of this subject. So yeah, I did know it was something I had to address. Showing out at people's jobs. That's what it is. That's what the topic was. I can't remember exactly what I think it was. That's what it is. Can anybody tell me why do we feel, or why is it that some feel it necessary to go to people's workspace, um, or try to cause a person? I'm gonna just say this, baby. You know, some of you baby mamas, and when I say baby mamas, it's the ones that's immature, it's the ones that's childish, it's the one that play dumb games, and then it's the one that turn around and put them on child support and get mad because they can't pay child support for whatever the reasons. Is those baby mothers. I have a young man, and I told him that I was going to talk about this because he had this issue going on and he wanted to know, so he wants y'all to tune in and give him some advice. um he has a baby mother that likes to play on telephones and call up to his job and act out. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to explain to him, you know, something that's not beneficial to you, by no means necessary. And I noticed that he is not the only young man that is experiencing that, because I was having a conversation with one of my Lyft drivers, and he was telling me something similar, how his baby mama would come to the job and make him lose his jobs. How y'all think the people gonna pay child support? How do you think that by making a person lose their job? I'm trying to real think, and I done been real stupid. I can get real stupid. I'm trying to think if I've ever made a person lose their job. Mm-mm. Nah, I ain't playing with my money. What about you, Shoat?
I ain't really never experienced losing my job. Somebody, I don't have no type of problems with nobody in my past. I never went through, all that ordeal. But at the same time, that stuff is toxic. I want to give advice to the young man and let him know, he just got to, just like I say, they'll put the police on us. So you know what I'm saying. I understand, tit for tat and everything, but you got to think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. If my child and everything, I let them know, you know what I'm saying. Hey, put her in jail. You know, find out what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, she got going on, and you know what I'm saying. You ain't trying to sabotage, you ain't trying to get revenge, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying. Find out where her faults at, and to put that over our head, because they're still enough put that over our head in the day and any time, you know. And I tell my young man that, because the way the world is now, that's how most of these conniving, like you say, baby mamas around that's doing this wicked stuff, and for what? Like you said, what the hell? That man can't now he ain't got no fucking job. None of that shit. He might risk losing his roof over his head. You know. Well, how you gonna pay child support? Now you got to go back in jail. I'm a victim of that, so I can speak on that. You know, and I've been through that. I had my share of that, and I'm above that. But the way this world is, a young man should not go through that. These young women that's conniving like that should understand that they ain't doing nothing but hurting that child. It's all about the kid. At the end of the day, it's all about the kid.
I absolutely 100% agree. Yeah, because it is dumb. I've heard the stories. I've seen some of the situations where women think that it's okay to do these types of things and play these types of games. Now, don't get me wrong, get some fathers out there to play the games too. I was just reading, watching the story of a young lady. I can't exactly tell you where she at, but you can tell it's not here in the United States. But she was telling the story of how she had a child with a young man. They lost contact after the child, no nothing when it comes to the child, and the man came to her and told her mama he wanted to see the baby. She was against it. The mama was for it. She let the baby go, and she hasn't seen her child since December 28th. So you have to be very, very careful. It's always about the children, which is why I said what I said. We have to be mindful of how we raising our children, what we teaching our children, how they respond when they go out into the workplace. Please, and I tell them all the time, because I talk to them. You have to tell your children how to make it make sense. If you want to have productive children, you have to show them how to be productive. You have to teach your children. I understand y'all let y'all kids play these video games and all this stuff. I have a couple of gamers that work with me, but you know what? These young men work 30 plus hours a week. You know what I'm saying? They get up and they go to work. But the addiction to the cell phones is real. You know, they can't put the cell phone down. You have to constantly walk behind them. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. And you know, I realize it's the same thing with adults. With a little bit of exception to me because I always lose my phone. Ask anybody, I can never find my phone. I always lose. I'm surprised I found it now. Because I was watching something on it. That's how I know where it's at. But yeah, I want us to just pay more attention because there's a lot going on in the world right now. If you're paying attention, oh Lord, if you're paying attention, there is a lot going on, and our children need to know. They need to know better. They need to know these things. We need to be on our kids because they are going to be on our kids. We need to teach our children how to behave. We need to teach them about it when it's a right time and a wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Because we have children that are very opinionated, young adults that are very opinionated. They have very very strong opinions. They don't see things some of the ways that we see things. So it's a little different. But when you don't have the true actual support from a parent or a parent don't know no better, so that's how they act. We need to be able to teach them and reach out to them. A young lady asked me if I do a class, so I am going to put together a class. We're gonna have to do it after this cold is gone. Cause baby, I don't want to have these babies out in the cold no more than they need to be out in the cold. But this is something that we do. We need to get together. I'm gonna try to find maybe a library or something that we can come and sit down and meet, and we can do some do's and don'ts of the workspace. It's open to everybody because it's something that needs to be done. It's something that need to be done. It's something that need to be discussed, especially with the way the world going on. If they want to be able to keep these jobs and get these jobs, because we need jobs. You can't afford to do nothing. Listen, you can't listen, baby. You can't afford to do nothing. I don't know how many of y'all out there struggling right now. I know we got some people in here that got some money. But listen, I'm one of the ones that work a 9 to 5, run a business, got so much going on, looking for a place to live after Hurricane Milton and all type of stuff going on. Trying to relocate. It is a lot going on, and it is a struggle each and every day. So like we could do a check in on everybody. How y'all doing out there? Like, is it really affecting y'all as bad as you know what I'm saying? Because my situation to me seems like it's a situation something I'm dealing with, but it really don't seem that bad to me because I have a roof over my head every night. But I know there's people out there that's dealing with less than that's experiencing some stuff right now all across the board, not just here. With the stuff going on overseas, with everything just going on. So we can always do a mental check-in with Auntie. Next week is gonna be an exciting show for me. It is my 5-year anniversary of survival, so I am super excited about next week's show. It has been you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, 5 years. I made it when the devil thought he had me. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. With my throat cut up there trying to figure out how if I was gonna survive on the 911 call telling somebody that somebody just took my life. It's crazy to have the thoughts and think about it, but to know that I have survived and I am super excited about next week's show. So we're gonna talk to some young ladies who have endured, you know what I'm saying, who have been through it. It's a young man. I would like for some men to come on, you know what I'm saying? We would like to discuss this because it is a topic that needs to be discussed with domestic violence, because that's, even though we just, what it was, October, domestic violence month and all that stuff, but that is something that we endure all the time and for our children. So it's something that needs to be talked about within our kids, because I tell y'all all the time, 1 in 4 children in middle school, high school are involved in some sort of domestic violence relationship, which is insane. If you think about the number of kids that if you have a room full of 10 kids, at least 2 of those children have been involved in some type of abuse. That's like, and that's not nothing I'm making up. That's something that you can go Google and you can do that for yourself and go find. But like, to know that it's that bad, so it's something that does need to be talked about. Celebration, y'all know I love to celebrate, so we are celebrating all month. all month long. Let's see, Walter. I just left Birmingham Monday, and it was starting in. See, too much. Be too much. All right, so Mr. Show, what you got going on? You ain't got nothing to talk about. You ain't got no new music, no new designs, no new stuff going on for us over here.
If anything, I said address was the last show. Because the last show, I don't know what y'all had going on the last episode of the last show, but I don't know where homeboy came from about talking about he couldn't get along with his girl and all this stuff. I don't see it.
They couldn't get along. He said that he didn't want to be
Yeah,
a partner like that.
but why not? He got to go through it. If that's his wife and he put a ring on it, he got to go through it. You know, if that's what he wants, if that's the woman he chose, right?
You really going to?
Why not? But I'm saying that I had to come back and give my opinion because I was in the chat box, chiming in. But for anybody to hear me, I'd rather for them to hear me and understand that it is like that. You have to respect the woman, and I'm gonna say to a certain extent, you got to give her what she wants because that's what you chose.
Okay, so I think the caller last week, his name was Anthony or Antonio. But anyways, what he is referring to, we had a listener last week that has stated that he has been forced pretty much to spend time with his wife. He's had to become her girlfriend because she don't have any girlfriends. Because she's bougie, they in the Hollywood field. We need to check in on her. I want to DC. Can we get him? Can we find that and check on him? Because since he is in Hollywood, just make sure he okay. Like seriously, because even though he got a little snippy at the end, we should check on him because he was checking. He was on the show with us last week. But yeah, so I think his name was Antonio, Anthony. Remember the guy who was telling about his wife who had that he had to spend time with her because she didn't have any girlfriends because she felt like she was bougie. And then towards the end, he was telling us that he'll buy me and he can buy the station. He got a little in his feelings with Auntie. Auntie had not struck a nerve. I just wanted to make it make sense. That's all. But yeah, so I mean, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I know he wrong. For that because that ain't the conversation that he really want to have. Bump his rich ass. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was doing too much, but yeah, he did. He wanted to. He felt like he wanted to buy Auntie. Auntie can't be bought. Listen, I'm telling y'all here, and with everything going on right now, I feel like maybe that's the reason why Auntie got this podcast and this call Make It Make Sense. I'm not trying to get political, but I'm gonna get to the point. So y'all know what y'all. This show might be doing a little switch, a little transition, a little Make It Make Sense with Auntie for real. In the upcoming shows, I don't know. I don't think y'all ready for it in 2025. I mean, we got Trump, so y'all ready for anything. Listen, y'all ready for anything. That's a Gemini, so am I. Listen, I'm saying though. But for real, it is some stuff that I want to talk about. I got to go back in my notes. Y'all know I be real busy working. It ain't too busy for my show, but sometimes I get so busy because I be so tired. And I told y'all they tried it. They got me training and they be having me working these early morning stuff. And so y'all know I be tired. And then I'm in school. But what's crazy, listen, so school. I'm in school, so right now, if you whoever, I don't know if y'all are into history or not, I am. Of course, I done got a little older, so a lot of stuff that I wasn't taught, but I learned along the way. Shout out to my little brother Oski. Listen, my little brother gonna be so blowed. Like, I learned a lot from my little brother. I want y'all to understand this. My little brother is this young man who is well beyond his years. Always have been. You know what I'm saying? Always, that's who my little brother is. So, my brother did have spent some time behind bars, but my brother was always an avid reader. So him reading, he would, tell me about different books that he had read. So he had told me about the 6 degrees of separation. Again, I briefed through it, never really read about it, no nothing. So boom. Right now, a part of my curriculum is to take American history, and I'm taking American history the year 1950 through the year 1960, and it's like boom. You know what I mean? Like literally. If when I sat down, I was like, I was so wowed by what the 6 degrees of separation and what is going on in the world that it was like, dang. And then to know that this is something that was established from back in the 50s and the 60s. So we know that we're still going through them because they was like listing the 6 degrees of separation. And it's like the big government, war, anti-war, turbulent elections, women inequality, setting our sights on space, movement for racial equality. I was like, man, so it really is true. Like history do repeat itself, all this stuff, and something ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. So I don't know. I ain't trying to get political. Y'all know I ain't know what they call it. Conspiracy theorists. I just want y'all to make it make sense. Cause if it's established, if it's seen, y'all ain't gonna tell me that it's not there. I know it's a lot of stuff now that's been trying to be debunked. You know what I'm saying, that for whatever reasons people feel the need. And I started to think, if people thought about that all the time, then maybe that's why we still trying to figure out stuff, because somebody went in and tried to erase it and just make it be about them. That's why it's so hard to find, what I'm saying, stuff. But whatever, we ain't finna get into all that. We're gonna get into what's going on in the world. What was it? See, I hate when that happens to me. I be having stuff that I be wanting to talk about, then I can't think about it exactly what it be right then. I lose my track. What was it? Never not give somebody my number ever. Okay, yeah, right. So there was a young lady, I know what it is. It's a young lady, she did a video, and I want to know how y'all feel about this. The young lady, she says that she will never not give her telephone number if they ask for it. And I know a lot of us say, "Oh, I'll be different. I wouldn't do that." So I watched the whole video all the way through. Sometimes we have a tendency to stop the video before we watch it. So I decided to watch this video to understand why. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to make it make sense with Auntie again. So I wanted to know like why she would say that. And so it's sad because watching her video made me think about some experiences that I have had with some men, you know what I'm saying, where it's she works in a bar, and so a group of young men came into the bar. The guy asked her for her phone number and she told him no, you know what I'm saying, no thank you. He proceeded to keep being persistent for her phone number, even not wanting to pay the bill, because until she gave him this telephone number, and she kept refusing, to give him this telephone number. They ended up attacking these people. Like they attacked people in the bar, broke up stuff, did stuff, damaged stuff, all because they were told no. And it's getting more and more of no, of videos that are being shown, which is sad. And I hope this is not what this is going to show us, of women that are being it's true, I like attacked or disrespected for whatever reasons because of this presidency or this level of entitlement that is going on. I want my women, I want y'all to be careful. I know we are some strong women out here, very, very strong. Again, that's not color coded, that's all across the board. We have some beautiful women in every country. That are strong, women, and we need to be respected as women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no women's activist and all that stuff, but I'm a woman, and I need us to be careful because I know I have a tendency. I got that ooh mentality, but I need us to be very, very careful out there because there are some people that really don't care about us. There really are. It's these men that are willing to show whatever they want to call it because it's not pride. I don't know what type of pride you will seek from that, but there are, it's a lot of women being hurt, approached, I need my people to be very careful. Again, that's all the way across the board. Y'all just be mindful of what's going on around you. Keep your doors open. Prayers to those in California. Um, I pray to God that the stuff is not true what they're saying, but I know that it is because I've seen it happen in real life. To the families that have lost family, who have lost love, who have lost their homes, we pray for them that they get, they get everything that they need. Plus, you know what I'm saying, in many folds, like really and truthfully, it's sad. I hope they get those fires out very soon. And it's bad when even with this weather that's going on, the fires are still burning. So we, like I say, prayers out to those out there. But yeah, let me finish. It was the video. Let me see, where is it at? Well, that was with the young lady. Okay. So yeah, with this weather going on, how do y'all? It was a post I had seen. With everything going on in the world that we have going on, and with the weather, um, changing up on us, and again, we was just talking about the snow and stuff going on in Tallahassee. It was a post that came through. I didn't get a chance to verify all of the details, but it was that the officers used non-lethal bullets on people who were on college students, basically, who were engaging in snowball fights. Like, when did it get to a space where we can't even enjoy ourselves and have fun? Because I remember when we was young, we played in the streets, played in the fire hydrants. And we did that. We sure did. But for our children to have to be, subjected to any type of gun because they outside having a snowball fight. And I mean, I'm telling y'all, my big grown behind would have got hit with a bullet, with a lethal little bullet. I would have got hit because even though I'm cold. If I was in the snow, I would have been involved in a snowball fight. And I'm childish, so I probably would have threw one at the officer. I'm I'm serious though. You wouldn't. You see snow for the first time, you went through snow. So I got to get hit with a non-lethal bullet for it. Why I can't just play in the snow? It was where's the pause. Oh, I know this topic finna. Ooh, this is one somebody sent me a video, and I watched this video, and I have mixed feelings about this video. My heart goes out to this young lady. Okay, so this is a question, and this is a question I know Walter finna give me some very colorful response to, most likely, because that is my Walter. So there is a young lady by the name of Tyler Casey. Okay, and Tyler Casey is an American. It says American woman vanishes while on yoga retreat in the Bahamas. Now, if somebody in the Bahamas that can confirm or deny, y'all can tap in. Let me know. I don't want to spread no lies, no rumors, but I do have a question because I did, I did ask questions. I had a video of police breaking up the snowball fight. See, let me see the video. Go to the video. Can we go to the video? Like that's what I'm saying. Like, can we go to the video? Like this. Why do we have a whole? Why? Why are they breaking up the snowball fight? What were they doing? Was it like what? Was it lethal snow? Like, and it's enough snow to have a snowball fight. Why are they breaking up the snowball fight? Who fought? Like, that's crazy. We can't even have snowball fights no more. I remember we used to have like water gun fight. Well, I remember, you know what? I probably understand why they broke down the snowball fight because I do remember some of the water gun fights. Yeah. Watch this. Look, DC. I got more lemons. I tell you, that's going to be a long standing one with DC. Me and my lemons. Got lemon everywhere. Lemons. Okay, but yeah. So let's get back to Miss Tyler Casey. So this is the question, or Taylor Casey. Whatever. Don't do that.
We is not doing that color.
I love the lemons. Yes, we is. But anyways, so this story is about Taylor Casey, and um, it was a little troublesome to me because it made me think, and it made me think real hard about some stuff, within myself. And so, the story is about this individual who was in the Bahamas, and while they were in the Bahamas, for whatever reasons, they went missing. While they're there. Now, when I finished, when I looked at the pictures, I kind of was like, yeah, maybe it. But then later on down in the comments, it said that it was a transgender person. Now, this is where it was like, wow, never thought about that. Okay, so when we have transgender people, this person was reported missing as a woman. Okay, so she was reported missing as a woman. That went. See, it says American woman vanishes in the Bahamas. So we are now looking for an American woman in the Bahamas, right? But genetically, she was not a woman; she was a man. So the person asked me, how do I feel? I said, okay, now this is where it goes to wrong. That's something they have to deal with, because I feel no type of way about what goes on with that situation, because my sister was a hermaphrodite. So if you know anything about that, that's something all in itself. I love them. I love each person to love themselves as much as I love, what I'm saying? So that is that. But someone asked the question, if this is a man, wouldn't that hinder the finding? If you were to find a body or something, if you was looking for somebody, if you have them categorized as a woman and you have not listed them correctly, they could be misidentified. So I wonder, and this is why it made me wonder, how many times has that happened? You know what I'm saying? It was like, because y'all know I'm always thinking, I think about the stuff other people don't think about. But like, it's so crazy. Like, how many, what I'm saying, missing people do we have that are somewhere, what I'm saying, but because they're misidentified for whatever they, reasons, and that's not to judge anybody. But it's like, I wonder, is that something that, I know they do ask the questions, what are they? But if it's somebody that wholeheartedly felt like this, or that's what they was living as, I really truly pray to God that somebody tells them, so that they can get this person identified, if what I'm saying, because they did say that a body had been found, what I'm saying, and more stuff into it. But again, she was classified as a female, so we don't know. But I'm gonna come back to that story, because I know that I do have a lot of listeners, and that what I'm saying, from around the world, that are part of the LGBTQ community, and all those pluses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly, what I'm saying, my heart is always thinking about them, because you always a target when you have ignorant people in the world. But right now we all a target. Just got to make it make sense. Like, for real, for real. You have to literally make it make sense. But I want to know, like, if you are, I guess, what was the question she asked me? Hold on, let me, because I don't want to, what I'm saying, I want to make sure I ask the right question. Hold on. I'm going to go back to that one while I'm looking for the question. Oh, and then some weird stuff, making make sense news. And then there is, and I need somebody to confirm that's around the world about this park with the shadow mirror that's in front of a male's urinal, but it's a female mirror outside. So that while the men are using the urinal, they're literally looking at women that are looking into a mirror that they think that they're fixing themselves in. I need to know what theme park that is. So if anybody know what that's at, tell me. Where is it? I can't find. In my email, y'all, if y'all know anything about Google, they want them some money, so they keep telling me that my email is full. and I can't. I guess they be trying to erase the because I had an article that it was something that I wanted to talk about. I don't know. I thought we was gonna get Miss K today. Mrs. Shaw, what you it was something I wanted to ask. While I'm doing this, Mrs. Shaw, don't you got some stuff to talk about with your music?
Well, yeah, trying to get some. I got some things coming up soon. Trying to get Avengers started where I can get like a. It's not a how you say a boot camp. Let's put it that way. It's a boot camp for producers. I'm trying to get neighboring cities that want to team up and we do a boot camp with the producers, the young upcoming producers, where they get a chance to, display their skills and make a showcase, as well as we, team up on, a beat. And, as we'll do it live streaming, we're gonna have auditions, one beat submission, and they just got to get their best beat and have some people judge it. Actually some rappers that's gonna actually get on the track and we're gonna take it to another point and another level because I think a lot of undiscovered producers are out here and it's a lot of youngsters that's trying to learn and want to get into the business of it and all they need is a little guidance to be able to have that outlet because that's and that also helps those ones that's trouble youth and that falls into my format of helping the youth out to trying to get those that's in the music business because I grew up in the music business. So with that, I'm always breathe and love music. As well as designing. Both of those are my top tier. So and I have connections with other people that's in the music business. So it's on the right to give back to the youth and not only the youth, those that's undiscovered because a lot of people don't know what it takes to get there and all the jargon that it ain't just making a beat, and putting it together. I think you're gonna get it popping with the next rapper, but you got to know about your publishing, about how to get discovered, monetizing your music on YouTube, Facebook, and all those social media platforms, as well as when you do get, that start with somebody, that way, you on top of your game and you're not underselling yourself. The knowledge, know how, as well as teach them, engineering, because I'm gonna be a type of person. It won't be just boot camp. After the boot camp, there's also going to be a resource, what I'm saying, output of the whole thing where they'll be able, reach out to this person and they help them, give them a one-on-one with somebody that'll be able to help them further their career.
All right, that sounds like a plan. All right, so we're gonna get into these articles before I get off this air today. I did find them. I did know it was. I think that's why I waited to the end because it was a topic that needed to be. That's very very heartbreaking. Y'all know I am for the kids, always for the kids. So when something come across my TV, my my internet, my email, something, no matter where it's at, when it involves kids, I stop. I read about it. I want to know what's going on with it. So it's been so now we in 2025. So now it's been 5 years, and finally something's being done about this case that took place back then. And I do remember this case because it was so similar to a case that we had here in Tampa that happened years ago. It was the case about the man who threw his baby to her death over a balcony after he got into an argument with the baby mother. So in 2020, it says that So now Clarence Martin Jr., 37 years old, was found guilty in October of murder and child abuse in connection with the 2020 death of his nearly 2-month-old daughter. So she wasn't even 2 months old yet. He was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole for throwing his infant daughter to her death from an apartment balcony. He was 37, found guilty. What does it says? It says the baby, and this is what messed it up. So I'm my whole thing is I understand, once you say life, what I'm saying, you gone, for real, for real. I don't believe in telling nobody to take nobody else's life, but I do believe in this. You shouldn't have a possibility of parole by no means at all whatsoever. You should spend the rest of your life behind those walls so you suck out your last piece of breath. Because this baby had absolutely nothing to do with this. This baby had nothing to do with this. And for you to say that somebody made you upset, I don't give a damn how many voices in your head or whatever. Ain't nobody, what I'm saying? You threw a baby that wasn't even 2 months old over 22 feet to her death. 22 feet. But they did give him life. So I am happy, what I'm saying? And it's not even happy because you really can't be happy about that. But he did receive a sentence that we know he gonna be behind those bars for a great amount of time. Yeah, somebody said they should have thrown him over the balcony. What does it say? They started making the punishment equal to the crime. I agree. I 100% agree. If you make that, listen, if you can go in and say, yes, this happened to a child and you are the person that did it. Now, you know what I'm saying? No, without a shadow of a doubt, you did this. We know that you did this. They should match the crime to the punishment. They should match the time to the punishment. They should match the punishment to, you know what I'm saying, to whatever they do. I promise you they should. Whatever they did, if they go bother a little bit of teeny tiny child, they need to go find somebody that's way, way bigger than them, doing so much more. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they need to put them through it. They really do. That's that eye for eye. What they always told you. Because they always say that one side the golden rule. But if you pay attention to that, it's in reverse. Do unto others as you will have them do unto you. It ain't say that they wouldn't. It say if you do it, they're gonna do it back. So I would make them believe it most definitely. But again, I am, you know what I'm saying, we are excited, not excited. I don't know why I keep choosing the crazy words. But yeah, we glad that he did get time. Another one that we're gonna touch on more again in the coming time frame, because I need to go more through this child tax credit change. It's a lot going on, especially at tax time for this to be announced with all these changes with as far as child support, child taxes, credit. I was just watching the video that I need y'all to pay attention and please go and read those laws before y'all run up in them tax offices. Child support. If you don't pay child support like you're supposed to, if you're not doing the things that you're supposed to when it comes to child support, this does not apply to you. When it comes to the child tax credit, y'all need to make sure y'all go in there and read some of the programs and stuff that's going to be in place. You know what I'm saying? We knew this stuff was coming. It wasn't going to last forever, but y'all do need to go in. Because I know right now, I say child tax credit change would make millions of people no longer eligible. A new bill looks set to change the rules around the child tax credit, potentially causing millions of Americans to no longer be eligible. HR 547 would amend the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 to require Americans to provide a social security number in order to claim the child tax credit. So that's one there that's going to affect some immigrants and stuff. So listen, if y'all my listeners, y'all pay attention now. Y'all go and check this stuff out. Every year, millions of American families qualify for the child tax credit, including a significant number of people without a social security number. But for tax year 2024, the maximum tax credit per child is $2,000. For those under 17, the refundable portion is a set of $1,700 per qualifying child, allowing millions of families to benefit financially each year. The Republicans in New Jersey, Representative Jefferson Van Drew, sponsored the bill, which could cause millions of parents living in the United States to no longer be able to claim the child tax credit. Currently, to qualify for the tax credit, a child or dependent must have a Social Security number, but there are no such requirements for the parents involved. The child also so the child that was receiving it, you know what I'm saying, because the child has Social Security number, but the parents don't have one for, they undocumented or whatever. So now this money is finna affect them. Now I say there's a lot of big changes finna happen, and I just pray to God is with us, you know what I'm saying. That it's just seems like it's finna get crazy. It seems like making make sense with Auntie gonna get real. Like for real, we're gonna have to be all out and through there like we, journalists and stuff, because we're gonna have to make this world make sense. It's too much going on. But again, I'm speaking on this because again, this affects the children. This means that some stuff finna be taken away from children that they're used to, or some children that may have been benefited from it. I understand we have our own children here, but these children help make up, what goes on. They the ones that work out on the fields and build apartments and the houses and do all that stuff. So we're not gonna discredit them and what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And like all people, there's some bad apples in them, but they shouldn't spoil it for everybody. Let's see. Right now, there is an oversight in our tax system that is being taken advantage of by those who enter our country illegally. It's finna get messy. So yeah, I'm Auntie gonna keep up on some of this stuff. We're gonna keep into it. I'm not politicking. I'm just making sense of it, because my people need to know this. We need to be able to see what we can do for the kids. But speaking to the kids, because I see the time done went on by us. Me trying to remember what it was I was talking about. Y'all got to forgive me. I've been having some migraines, experiencing some stuff going on this week, so I've been a little here there. But yeah, see, I just lost what I was going to say. Oh, that time wine. I remember I was saying time winding down. See, I still don't remember what I was going to say. But anyways, I need to take some medicine. I'm sorry. What was I finna say? Do you remember? I was looking at this and I said, time winding down. I don't know. I lost it, y'all. I really, really did. Huh? Well, yeah, before we leave here, I want y'all, you know what I'm saying, I am putting together some Make It Make Sense with Auntie youth gift baskets that I would like to go out and give out to some of those that are less fortunate. And I am doing this. I'm finna make a pay. I don't know who could benefit from this. If you are in the Tampa area, you know what? We probably could ship this stuff. So if you out there and maybe your child would like to be a part of Valentine's Day, and for whatever reasons you can't be a part of it, because I know classrooms are asking for donations and different things, but we are putting together some little mini gift bags. Now they do come in yellow, because y'all know that's my favorite color, but you know what I'm saying, of course they got Valentine's Day treats and stuff, so I am going to be donating those to some classrooms for in the names of those children that are less fortunate. So if you have some kids out there, you know somebody, if you know somebody that, even if it ain't for me donating to a class, if it's somebody that could benefit, you know what I'm saying, daycare, hospitals, if you got somebody in a nursing home that you think would benefit from a Make It Make Sense with Auntie care basket, y'all can write me, send me a message. I'm going to send them out to them. I promise y'all it's going out there to them. For real. That's what we doing. So for Valentine's Day, everybody feel like somebody. I'm sending these gift baskets out. If you, like I said, if you have children, and when I say this, I mean, like, so if there's a classroom, if they're in a classroom of 22 children, let me know they got 22 kids, so we can send you out a box with some stuff in there, so we can get it to their classroom in that child's name before, you know what I'm saying, so I can get that packaged and mailed out and sent out to you, so that, you know, no child is sitting in there not being able. And that's what it was. I saw that video with the girl. That's what it was, when the young lady was going off because her teachers, you know, the kids couldn't be a part of the stuff that was going on in the classroom. I remember when my teacher used to do that, and I hated that. You can't be a part of the pizza party because your mom ain't sent $1.50 or you know what I'm saying. Everybody couldn't be a part of stuff like that. My mom ain't have $1.50, and back then, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't a lot of money, but it was a lot of money. Just like right now today, you know what I'm saying. So I remember stuff like that, and I don't never want to see that happen to no kids, and that's across the board. If I could get something to be a part of something that your child got going on, and you can't do it, that don't mean me trying to take advantage of me because I'm always do it for the kids. But if I find out you playing me, I'm gonna deal with you on the adult level, for real, and I'm gonna call you out on the show. But if you genuinely have children out there that you would like to be a part of the events that they got going on and you can't, let Auntie know. Contact me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a part and help Auntie help the other kids, you can make donations at Cash Out, money sign AUNTI 24. If trust me, I'm telling y'all can ask DC, baby. When I come, I come for the kids. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. All donations help, but if don't nobody help me, I'm gonna help myself. It's so as Mr. Show out, you know what I'm saying, we gonna make it happen. Miss K, you know, everybody else that always be there for us when we go out and do different things in the event. Just because we don't always talk about it, don't mean it's not getting done. Um, Again, I want to thank everybody that tunes in each and every, every Thursday that tunes in at 5 o'clock, that take that time out. I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to be warm. You know what I'm saying? To everybody, y'all make sure y'all check on y'all loved ones. Y'all go ahead and reach out to people. We getting ready for Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? I got a contest going on in Black History Month. I want some children to reach out to me, and I'll because I want to do something for the kids. So I want them to, I'm gonna put on some type of event, but I want the kids to do like a contest, a writing contest. I know we used to have fun when we used to do stuff like that back in the school. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna award them. They're gonna get a little. We're gonna send them out get another gift package. I feel like giving all 2025. I believe God make a way for me to do that, and that's what we're gonna do in 2025. We're gonna make it make sense. Shout out to Smooth Transition, who do my designs, Mr. Show Out himself, that does all my t-shirt designs, that does all our designs and our characters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pedro over at HS. This year in 2025, we got to go ahead and get some stuff done so we can change up some things with the show and putting in. If you would like to be a sponsor, if you would like to be on the show, contact me at Make It Make Sense. You can always go to makeitmakesense.com and drop me down a message, or you can write me over at lemons make it make sense at gmail.com. Again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that tune in every single Thursday with me. Y'all can go over to the YouTube page. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe on the YouTube page, because I got some more content going over there. So when the show is over and done, we gonna take it over there. So y'all want to make sure y'all follow through. We're gonna have games, contests, some special guests that get to come over there. All type of stuff going on all 2025. So again, y'all reach out, contact me. If you would like to make a donation, you go ahead and hit us up on the Cash App at Aunti 24 or either AUNTI 79, either one of those, for Make It Make Sense with Auntie. You make those donations and we will do the shout outs depending on the size of your donation. You know what I'm saying? You receive something from Auntie. So Show Out, before we leave here, you got anything to say?
Basically, all I got to say is that I just want everybody to tune in. A Smooth Transition Media Group. We're working on this boot camp, producer boot camp / cipher. So y'all be tuned into that in the 2025. We got to do it right. Like I said, we got to expose this good music that's out here, because I heard some stuff in there and I'm like, wow. So I mean, I don't see, just coming from, seeing some youngsters that got to perform, and all they need is a little guidance and everything. So I got that going on, and doing more designs as usual, working on remixes and trying to put out, some more content. You know, that's all we got to do. 2025, we got a lot of content we got in store for y'all, and y'all lay around for this year, 2025. I'm turning the big 50.